And he's coming out of the end zone. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. To the air on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency for the second half of the season, David. I think that's a massive key for this team.
And it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out, not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
There he goes. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Now on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Off the play fake on first down. Now improvising. Got him downfield. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning.
Talking to this coaching staff, they felt they had matchups in the passing game that they could win, and they wanted to test this defense and see if they could take the top off. Well, you saw it right there. Opening drive of the game, they're being aggressive, they're taking a shot, and they come up with a big one. And trust me, fellas, we're going to keep taking those shots because they've got some dudes outside.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job, nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force him either to kick a field goal or get no points, and this drive is still a success.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going.
And the catch right into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
The Bruins in a good spot here with second and short. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script, almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
Wants to throw on third down. He's going to run it. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
You can clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Trying to get rid of it. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. Showing off those sweet feet as he gets it to the 45.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. Going to look downfield again. Throws to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. He stopped quickly, but not before he has enough for the first down.
Oh, and I love that play call on fourth down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. You want to talk about light on your feet. Man, can he get through there. He's down to the 37.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
Got a man. It's Frost. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. More precision throws from this Bruin quarterback, much like a Rick Neuheisel used to play.
Just pinpoint accurate. Put the ball right where you want to. You think about Troy Aikman. You think about some of those other great names in UCLA history.
Looking to throw on first down. Took a shot as he threw. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Quarterback empties his backfield. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Frost. Tackled there by the defense.
QBs and wide receivers spend all offseason together throwing the football in air. I mean, really developing that chemistry and timing. Understanding, I get man coverage, I'm throwing this to you right now.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants it all. Got a man in the middle. Touchdown, Bruins! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay a big difference.
They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. First play of the period, first down here. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They'll give it to the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Pulls and throws out the RPO. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Backed up now, here's second and long. The play action fake. Buys a little time with his feet. He'll try to do it himself. He steps out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
That's got to feel good if you're the offense because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Quick strike complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he's
turning it on! A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The Gators come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And the Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. UCLA will go back to work on offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Motion from the back. Wants to go up top on first down. And wings it incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll move the tight end. Wants to fire on second down. Trying to escape and get it himself. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
Man, that used to just drive me nuts. I couldn't stand that. The quarterback drops back to pass, scrambles around. You got me chasing you all over the field, getting close to the sideline. Stay in bounds. Please stay in bounds. Let me get a little bit of a reward for all my running so I can just put some kind of hit on it. Nope. Steps out of bounds.
Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field. And the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed. And as a result, they give up a big one.
And the Bruins will snap it on first and 10. The inside handoff. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Bruins will hustle to the line. From the red zone, looking for a man. Catch in the middle. It's Ivory. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Guys, let's talk a little UCLA. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know,
and he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA. Lining up for the PAT. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. They'll start this drive with a pass. Finds the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes a connection. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The quick out. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Get it out on the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Fight that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
That had to be a coverage bust because there is no way one of the best receivers in the country was that wide open. Somebody on defense wasn't where they were supposed to be. They had their eyes in the wrong place. That should not happen ever.
They send the tight end in motion. He's looking to pass. Pressure coming. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
You love that decision if you're the head coach. You're trying to throw it in the end zone. Nothing's there. Good job by the quarterback, tucking it and running and just getting what he can get.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal.
Momentum is such a real thing in college football. Scoring that touchdown here in this 2-minute situation at the end of the half is massive for them. It's going to help their confidence going in at halftime. If they're able to get this extra point and tie this thing up, watch out for them in the second half.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. This one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the starter.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Zings it complete to the right. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Now the play fake. Under fire. The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Gators will boot it away to start the second half. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And I think everybody wants to run the option nowadays, but the problem is, can everybody read it? You got to be able to stick the ball in the belly of the running back, and you have to be able to understand, or I'm pitching it to him. Whatever the read is, you can tell he was a little bit confused, a little bit slow, and that's why the defense won this round.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. They'll run play action. Pulls it in. It's Ivory. And the Bruins are in the hurry-up. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Hauls it in. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Finds his man. It's Ivory. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
Really nice throw there. I'll tell you, UCLA, they've got an impressive history book of quarterbacks, going all the way back to Rick Neuheisel. Troy Aikman is a name people will recognize. Cade McNown back in my day. And then recently, DTR was carving up defenses too, throwing it. Got to be able to make good decisions. You got to be able to deliver strikes through the air, and this guy right now is doing just that.
The Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. Running behind that left side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. UCLA. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the catch, it's Brooks. Guided out of bounds, they'll mark him down at the 14.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers, it's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon too after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Lost to throw again. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. They'll try to get the first through the air. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Give the defense tons of credit. They were not fooled. Everybody thought that was going to be a run play, but the defense didn't. They pinned their ears back. They got upfield, and they got to the quarterback.
And it's no good. And here in the 3rd quarter, it is still a tie ball game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. The give to the tailback. Oh, he's got some space.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Tight end now in motion. Give to the running back. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. He leaves it with the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
This has been a tight one. Third quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. Might be calling a hot route. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Quick completion on the out. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who it was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Sends it back in motion. To the air on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Brooks. He's like a pinball with attitude out there, hammering ahead to the 30.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
The give on the inside. Across the 25 to the 24-yard line before he stopped. Pick up a 5 and a first down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Floating away. On the run, fires downfield. And the shot play downfield falls harmlessly to the turf, and we've played 3 quarters. Can't wait to see how this 4th quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Pulls it in. It's Ivory. He'll get down to the 22 before going out of bounds. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Quickly complete. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
And the Gators can really attack on this 2nd and short. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to adjust the pattern. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Gives it on the option. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Quickly to the tight end. There he goes! And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
And the Gators kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work.
42 Spider! 4-2 Spider!
Might be changing the route. Handoff to the single back. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Gators trying to cash it in on 1st and goal.
If you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points, and this late in the game, they're watching them run the ball to no avail.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Give to the running back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, Florida.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And it all comes down to this. Make or miss, win or lose. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And this will be for the win. He gets a hand on it, it's blocked. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
First play of the first possession of OT. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Using the quick game. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
First and goal as they try to jump on top here in overtime. They'll try to sneak the wide receiver past him on first and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
A lot of guys on defense playing really well with their eyes right now. They were not fooled by that jet sweep.
Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Looking to fire. Back's got it. Touchdown, Bruins! They strike first here in overtime. This extra point would give them a 7-point lead in OT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
No, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
It's complete to the left. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Wants to go up top on first down. They'll run the screen. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
The give to the back. Touchdown, Florida! They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make for the point after.
First off, really impressed by how physical this guy is still running the ball this late in the game. And now it's decision time. You want to play it safe, kick the extra point, or are you feeling aggressive to go for 2 points?
And I think this is all about how you feel about your defense and how you feel about this game extending. Do I have a chance? Do I have better players? Am I more fatigued? Like, all this has to come into account because you got a chance right now with one play to win this football game.
One extra period didn't get it done, and we start the second OT. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Gets the back moving. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Finds his big tight end. They get him down to this offense to set up first and goal from the 9.
I really like this offense staying aggressive. They were in field goal range, but nice job on third down. Forget that. Let's go get the first down. Let's throw the football. Nice read, nice catch. Now set up with a first and goal situation.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Puts it out of the air. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Touchdown, Gator! Got it in to take the lead here in the 2nd OT.
What a day, his 3rd rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
They'll try to add another to their lead. Defense going to use a timeout here to make sure everyone is crystal clear on their assignment here in overtime.
UCLA.
Second overtime, and they'll have to go for 2. He'll set up to throw. Can't do it better than that. The 2-point conversion is good, and the lead is 8. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. 1st and goal in overtime, and they have to answer with a touchdown. With that, now a 2-point conversion away from triple overtime.
Man, what a great response by this offense, going down the field, scoring the touchdown. Now, I gotta go for 2. I know the new overtime rules, they changed this years ago. Jesse, you should work on this in practice. What's your go-to 2-point play right here?
I'll tell you, after running the ball as well as they did on that last touchdown, I could see them doing it again. I think they've got confidence in the big fellas up front to get it done, find a way into the end zone, and be more physical.
What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of